Did the Atlanta Falcons just reveal their hidden gems, or were we just given a tantalizing glimpse of what's truly to come? After a gritty preseason opener against the Detroit Lions, the scoreboard might have favored the Motor City, with the Falcons falling 17-10. But the true victories and lessons were etched far deeper than the final tally. Tonight, we're not just breaking down a game, we're peeling back the layers of potential frustration and sheer grit that define the fight for a spot on this roster. This is Falcons Today, and I'm Moose, ready to dive into the official winners and losers from a game that, despite its early end, spoke volumes. Before we dissect the gridiron action, let's address a moment that silenced the stadium: the injury to Maurice Norris. The collective gasp from both sidelines underscored the human element of this brutal sport. But we have fantastic news to share, straight from Maurice himself. Amen. Amen. I'm all good, man. Don't stress. I appreciate all the check-ins and the love. He's reportedly regained almost all movement, a testament to his resilience and the immediate heartwarming display of sportsmanship from both the Falcons and the Lions. It was a moment that transcended the game, reminding us of the bond shared by those who step onto the field. Now let's talk about the players who either seized their moment or stumbled under the bright lights. Keep in mind, this was a preseason contest, largely devoid of first-stringers, meaning every snap was a high-stakes audition. While many players could have made this list, I've narrowed it down to 5 official standouts and a few honorable mentions. Our first undisputed winner is Drummond. In an offense that often sputtered with its second and third string units, Drummond emerged as a beacon of reliability in the wide receiver room. He was nothing short of outstanding, hauling in 8 receptions for 63 yards, including an impressive 25-yard gain. Whether it was a flood route or a dig, Drummond consistently found open space in zone coverage, turning routine passes into smooth sailing. His ability to avoid tackles, get out of bounds efficiently, and understand his positioning on the field was a masterclass. He showcased an exceptional knack for creating separation off the line of scrimmage and, crucially, displayed hands as reliable as a veteran. Drummond's performance was a significant bright spot, leaving us with a burning question. Will Drummond, who has spent time on practice squads with the Giants and Lions, finally make the Falcons' 53-man roster? His debut certainly made a compelling case. From the soaring highs of unexpected brilliance, we now turn our gaze to the moments that served as stark reminders of the unforgiving nature of professional football. Our first loser is Dee Alford. While he did manage a fumble recovery, a moment of redemption quickly evaporated on a pivotal play. Against rookie Isaac Tesla out of Arkansas, Alford got cooked. With no tackles to his name, that one play painted a stark picture. A screenshot from the end zone revealed a beautiful fade route where Tesla, the bigger receiver, went up and snagged Kyle Allen's perfectly placed throw for 6 points. Alford was bumped on an inside fake, a legal hit right off the line, but then critically lost his outside leverage. As a veteran corner, the expectation is to identify and react to pick plays, to flip your hips and gain outside position as quickly as possible, especially in zone coverage. He simply didn't react fast enough. This lapse against a rookie is why Alford lands squarely on our losers list. Furthermore, the impressive play of Billy Bowman Jr., who is vying for Alford's position, only amplifies the concern. Bowman's speed, athleticism, and versatility were on full display, including a truly impressive special teams tackle on a punt return. It wouldn't surprise me if Bowman makes a serious push to take over Alford's spot at some point in the 2025 season. Moving back to the positive side, our next winner is Blair. You simply have to include him on this list. Not only did he snag the Atlanta Falcons' lone touchdown pass of the night, but his execution in the 2-minute drill alongside quarterback Easton Stick was sensational. This is precisely what you want to see from younger players: the ability to quickly grasp play calls, operate efficiently in a no-huddle scenario, and still execute routes to perfection. Blair's touchdown catch, a fade ball to the back of the end zone, was a thing of beauty. While not a busted coverage like Alford's situation, it was a one-on-one matchup where Blair executed a double fake when outside and Stick delivered it right into his breadbasket for an easy 6 points. Chris Blair's performance was a gorgeous display of clutch playmaking, solidifying his spot among the winners. We're not done with the winners just yet, because we absolutely must talk about Demarco Helms. After suffering an injury last year, many fans wondered what his return would look like. And boy, did he answer emphatically. Helms was a hard-hitting force, unleashing an undeniable energy that reverberated through the stadium. There was one specific play where he drew an unnecessary roughness or unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, a call that felt questionable at best. He simply lowered his shoulder into a Detroit Lions offensive player, delivering a perfectly legal hit right to the chest, knocking the ball away. The crowd erupted, the Falcons' sideline went nuts, and Helms himself got up with an unbelievable infectious energy. It was a great play, laying down the lumber early, and it wasn't his only big hit of night. Though he only tallied 3 tackles, his presence and momentum-shifting hits were electrifying to watch. This leads us to another crucial question. Will Demarco Helms have a bounce-back year in 2025? It feels almost guaranteed, assuming he stays healthy. His opening performance was a powerful statement. Our final loser on this list is Jack Nelson, the 7th-round pick out of Wisconsin, who is vying for the right tackle backup spot behind Caleb McGarry. Nelson had a rough start, committing a bad penalty early in the game. More concerning, he struggled to create opportunities in the run game for Nathan Carter and Elijah Dotson. The Falcons' running backs, largely 4th, 5th, and 6th stringers, didn't have much room to operate, and Nelson's inability to open outside scheme run holes was a significant factor. While it's preseason and rookie growing pains are to be expected, no unit is perfectly cohesive from day one. Nelson's struggles were on full display. He did show some improvement later, allowing more time for Easton Stick and Emory Jones in the pocket, which was a positive sign. However, for the majority of the night, Nelson failed to create the necessary push, especially in the run game, which is why he finds himself on the losers list. We can't wrap up the winners and losers without an honorable mention for Josh Woods. He was absolutely outstanding, leading the team in tackles, forcing a fumble and registering a tackle for loss. Woods was truly laying the boom and unequivocally deserves a bigger role in the 2025 Falcons defense. His performance was a dominant display of defensive prowess. Finally, let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the quiet disruptor of the game. James Pierce Jr. I received a lot of feedback after my initial assessment, and after rewatching the tape, I'm man enough to admit there were some things I might have been a little too harsh on. However, the overarching theme of my initial point remains true. While Pierce Jr. didn't record a single tackle and his box score presence wasn't what you'd typically want to see, a deeper dive reveals a fascinating story. He tied for the team lead with 3 pressures. The Lions consistently chipped him with a tight end and then shifted a right guard to double-team him. This wasn't a fluke. It happened multiple times. What does that tell you? The Lions' offensive game plan was clear. They did not want James Pierce Jr. anywhere near their quarterbacks. That's a huge compliment to a talented rookie edge rusher. He was a silent force, a disruptive presence that, even without the flashy stats, fundamentally altered the opposing offense's approach. If teams continue to apply this strategy all season, other Falcons pass rushers like Arnold Ebiketie, Khalid Kareem, and Brandon Dorlus, who even notched a sack, will absolutely feast. Pierce Jr.'s presence was setting up opportunities for his teammates. Eventually, you can't always double-team him, because if others like Arnold Ebiketie or Jalen Walker start eating, the focus has to shift. So, while he might not have filled up the stat sheet, his impact was undeniable. You don't pay players just for pressures, you pay them for sacks and to fill that stat sheet. So, while I might have been a little too harsh, finding ways to scheme Pierce Jr. into more direct statistical impact will undoubtedly be priority number 1 for Raheem Morris in the upcoming preseason games. Overall, the most significant takeaway from this preseason opener is the renewed energy and aggressiveness displayed by the Falcons' defense. This was a stark and welcome contrast, and it absolutely should be a defining theme moving forward this season. As for the offense, with no first-teamers playing, there isn't a tremendous amount to glean beyond a few promising individual performances from some of the deeper roster wide receivers. But the defense truly showed a reinvigorated spirit, and that's something to be genuinely excited about. What were your biggest takeaways from the Falcons' preseason opener? Did Drummond steal the show for you? Or did Dee Alford's struggles leave you shaking your head? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from every single one of you, the heartbeat of the Falcons fan base. And if you're ready for more exclusive insights and daily coverage of your favorite football team, smash that like button and hit subscribe to join the Falcons Today family. Rise up, and we'll see you next time.